6 months ago, my backyard looked cheap. And I don't mean budget-friendly, I mean genuinely cheap-looking despite spending money on it. Then I stopped shopping at garden centers and started hitting thrift stores instead. Today, people literally ask if I hired a resort landscaper. Every stunning feature you're about to see came from thrift stores, garage sales, or curbside trash. The vintage teapot fountain? $2. The bicycle planter that stops traffic? Free from someone's trash pile. The chandelier herb garden hanging over my patio table? $8 total. Welcome to Daily Garden Fix, where we prove luxury aesthetics come from creativity, not credit cards. Hit subscribe, because today I'm revealing 16 thrift store finds I transformed into features that make my garden look like a 5-star resort. Let's turn junk into luxury. Hack 1. Chipped Mug Succulent Wall. You've seen mugs as planters, but my magnetic wall system creates a living art installation. You rearrange like refrigerator magnets. Here's the unique approach. I attach powerful neodymium magnets to mug bottoms using epoxy. Then I mount a large sheet of galvanized steel painted to match my fence. The mugs stick magnetically, letting me redesign the entire wall daily. The innovation is my self-leveling trick. I add a small amount of aquarium gravel to each mug before soil. This creates automatic drainage and prevents the front-heavy tipping that destroys standard mug planters. Cost is maybe $5 for 50 mugs at thrift stores. The magnetic system means I constantly refresh my wall design. Geometric patterns. Monday. Rainbow gradients. Friday. Random organic placement Sunday. It's dynamic living art that never gets boring. Hack 2. Serving tray harvest tables. Standard tray planters just sit there. My tiered system creates actual harvest tables where you pick salad during dinner. Here's what's unique. I attach vintage serving trays to adjustable height metal stands, creating multi-level salad gardens at dining table height. Guests literally pluck lettuce, herbs, and edible flowers while eating. The innovation is succession planting within single trays. I divide trays into thirds using landscape fabric barriers. One section has mature lettuce, one section is growing, one section just planted. The continuous harvest means trays always look full and productive. Cost is about $3 per tray setup. The Harvest While Dining experience makes meals interactive and impressive. Standard tray planters are static. Mine are functional dining experiences. Hack 3. Silverware Botanical Labels. Painted wooden spoons as markers are cute. My engraved silver spoons with embedded plant information are heirloom garden jewelry. The unique technique. I use metal engraving tools to etch not just plant names, but also planting dates, variety information, and care instructions directly into vintage silver spoons. The engraved information never fades. Here's the innovation. I polish spoons to mirror finish, then deliberately tarnish the engraved areas using liver of sulfur. This creates dark engraving against bright silver, making information highly visible from any angle. The oxidized engraving also photographs beautifully. Cost is 50 cents per spoon at thrift stores. The engraved heirloom spoons become garden art pieces. Guests photograph constantly. These aren't just markers, they're permanent botanical documentation. Hack 4. Picture frame living walls. Frame planters exist. My hinged gallery wall with interchangeable seasonal displays is unique. Here's the approach. I attach multiple frames to fence boards using piano hinges. The frames open like cabinet doors, revealing planted backing boards. When seasons change, I swap backing boards without disturbing frame structures. The innovation is my themed seasonal galleries. Spring frames show bulb displays. Summer frames hold tropical plants. Fall frames contain ornamental grasses. Winter frames feature evergreen arrangements. The same frame structure presents 4 different living artworks annually. Cost is about $4 per frame. The hinged interchangeable system means I never get tired of my wall. It transforms completely 4 times yearly. Hack 5. Teapot Cascade Fountain. Teapot planters are common. My stacked fountain with recirculating water is luxury garden art. Here's what's unique. I stack vintage teapots at ascending heights, drilling holes through spout bottoms. A hidden pump pushes water to the top pot. Water cascades from pot to pot through connected spouts, creating multi-tier fountain effects. The innovation is my planting integration. The teapot lips hold moisture-loving plants like ferns and bog plants. The cascading water irrigates plants while creating fountain sounds. It's both water feature and planted display. Cost is about $15 including pump. Using thrift store teapots, the stacked cascade fountain looks like expensive garden statuary while functioning as irrigation system. Hack 6. Umbrella chandelier garden inverted umbrella planters are basic. My chandelier version with integrated lighting and rain collection is sophisticated. The unique method, I remove fabric from old umbrellas, keeping just the metal frame. Then I wrap frames with copper wire, creating basket structures. Solar lights attach to spoke ends, and planter baskets hang from spokes. Here's the innovation. The inverted umbrella shape naturally collects rainwater, directing it into a central reservoir tube. This harvested rainwater drips slowly into hanging baskets below through adjustable valves. The umbrella becomes both chandelier and irrigation system. Cost is essentially free using broken umbrellas. The dual lighting and watering function makes this far more sophisticated than basic inverted umbrella planters. Hack 7. Bicycle living sculpture. Bike planters just stick plants in baskets. My engineered structure supports actual climbing gardens. Here's what's unique. I modify bicycle frames by welding additional support bars, creating trellis structures. The bike becomes skeleton for climbing gardens, growing into sculptural bicycle shapes. The innovation is training plants to recreate bicycle details. I guide vines to outline wheel spokes, wrap handlebars, and climb through frame tubes. Eventually, the living plant growth recreates the bicycle form in greenery. It's living topiary bicycle sculpture. Cost is free using trash-picked bikes. The plant-trained topiary approach creates sculptures that literally grow more impressive over time as plants mature and fill in. Hack 8. Tea kettle acoustic birdhouses. Kettle birdhouses exist. My acoustically designed version amplifies bird songs. The unique approach, I select kettles based on interior volume and spout shape, testing acoustic properties before conversion. Certain kettles naturally amplify frequencies matching songbird ranges. Here's the innovation. I position kettle spouts toward seating areas. When birds sing inside kettles, the spout projects amplified songs directly toward listeners. The kettles function as natural megaphones for bird concerts. I also tune kettles by adding small amounts of sand to interior bottoms, adjusting resonance frequencies. Cost is $2 per kettle. The acoustic engineering creates birdhouses that don't just house birds. They broadcast their songs. Hack 9. Vintage suitcase water gardens. Suitcase planters are cute. My sealed water gardens create complete aquatic ecosystems. Here's what's unique. I waterproof suitcase interiors using pond liner, then create miniature water gardens with aquatic plants, floating flowers, and even small fish in larger cases. The innovation is my fountain integration. I install small submersible pumps, creating bubbling water features inside suitcases. The combination of aquatic plants, moving water, and vintage suitcase aesthetic creates portable pond installations. Cost is about $8, including liner and pump per suitcase. The self-contained water gardens can move anywhere, creating focal points that standard soil planters can't match. Hack 10. Vinyl record garden mirrors. Painted records as art are common. My mirror-backed records create kaleidoscope light effects. The unique technique, I attach small mirror tiles to record surfaces in mosaic patterns. The grooved vinyl texture combined with mirror pieces creates fractured reflections that scatter light in complex patterns. Here's the innovation. I position mirror records to catch morning or evening sun at low angles. The scattered reflections create moving light shows across fences and plants, constantly changing as sun angles shift. Cost is about $1 per record, including mirror tiles. The light scattering effect creates dynamic garden features that perform differently every hour as sun moves. Hack 11. Crystal vase. Hydroponic towers, vases. As herb holders are standard, my stacked hydroponic towers with nutrient circulation are advanced. Here's what's unique. I drill connection holes in vase bottoms, then stack multiple vases vertically using threaded rod. Nutrient water pumps to top vase and cascades down through all levels. The innovation is my crystal selection. I deliberately choose cut crystal vases that refract light. The circulating nutrient water combined with crystal refraction creates prismatic light effects while growing herbs. It's both hydroponic garden and light sculpture. Cost is about $12 for pump and nutrients using thrift store crystal. The stacked hydroponic system with light effects is far more sophisticated than basic vase planters. Hack 12. Candelabra rose arbors. Candelabras as stakes are decorative. My welded archway structures support actual climbing rose gardens. The unique approach: I weld multiple large candelabras together, creating Gothic archway structures. The candelabra arms become support branches for climbing roses. Here's the innovation. I maintain functional candle holders at arm ends. During evenings, I place real candles in holders. The combination of blooming roses and candlelight creates romantic garden grottos that look like luxury wedding venues. Cost is about $20 for several large candelabras. The dual function as trellis and candelabra creates evening garden spaces rivaling expensive gazebos. Hack 13. Wooden crate living walls. Stacked crate planters are everywhere. My modular green wall system with integrated irrigation is unique. Here's what's different. I line crate backs with landscape fabric, creating planting pockets, then mount crates to walls with hidden drip irrigation running behind them. Each crate section independently waters through fabric backing. The innovation is my quick change design. Crates attached to wall mounting strips via hook systems. I swap entire planted crate sections seasonally without disturbing the irrigation infrastructure. Spring crates become summer crates, become fall crates using the same wall structure. Cost is about $6 per crate, including irrigation. The modular seasonal rotation means my living wall never looks the same, constantly refreshing with minimal effort. Hack 14. Patio umbrella room dividers. Umbrellas as shade are basic. My fabric wall panels create actual outdoor rooms. The unique method: I attach outdoor fabric panels to umbrella ribs, creating privacy walls rather than just overhead shade. Multiple umbrellas positioned strategically create enclosed garden rooms. Here's the innovation. I use reversible fabric panels. Solid colors one side, sheer on the other. Depending on which side faces outward, the umbrella rooms feel either private and enclosed or open and airy. The same structures create different moods by simply flipping fabric. Cost is about $12 per umbrella, including fabric. The room dividing approach transforms open yards into intimate garden spaces without permanent construction. Hack 15. Painted tire water features. Tire planters are overdone. My stacked tire fountains with integrated bog gardens are unique. Here's the approach. I stack 3 tires of decreasing sizes, seal them waterproof, then create multi-level water features with pumps circulating water from bottom to top. Each tier holds different water plants. The innovation is the bog garden integration. The tire walls insulate water, preventing temperature fluctuations that harm aquatic plants. I grow true bog plants, carnivorous sundews, pitcher plants, and water irises in these tire bog systems. Cost is free for tires, plus $15 for pump and liner. The insulated bog garden tires support exotic plants impossible in standard planters. Hack 16. Suitcase storage benches. Suitcase tables are cute. My upholstered storage benches with hidden tool organization are functional luxury. The unique technique, I reinforce suitcase frames with internal supports. Add cushioned tops, then organize interiors with divided tool storage. The benches provide seating while hiding all garden tools and supplies. Here's the innovation. I install solar-powered battery chargers in bench bases. The closed suitcase charges tool batteries via solar panels integrated into cushion tops. The benches are simultaneously seating, storage, and charging stations. Cost is about $20 per bench, including solar components. The multifunctional design solves several problems while looking like expensive garden furniture. 16 thrift store transformations that make gardens look like luxury resorts. The pattern: multifunctional design, sophisticated engineering, and seeing potential others miss. Anyone can put plants in a mug. Few people create magnetic living walls, acoustic birdhouses, or solar charging benches. That's luxury, not cost, but creativity. Which hack will you try? Comment below. Subscribe to Daily Garden Fix for more thrift store transformations. Now go find some junk and make it luxurious.